Hi, it's Linda here. This is going to be a what the hell reading for you for today. So what I've got here is I've pre-shuffled the deck so that you can get this reading, so that I can get this reading to you quickly. I've pulled cards from different decks. From the Morgan Greer deck, the first card is where am I now? The second card from the Aquarian Tarot is what challenges do I face? The third card from the Rider-Waite is what resources can I use? From the Spolier deck, what are the hidden forces? From the Voyager deck, what is the potential outcome? And I have a rune here for you to give us information about what the spiritual lesson is. So this reading is timeless. There's no date on it, so it can be relevant whenever you watch it if it applies to your current situation. So tune in with me and let's take a look at what can we bring out from these cards here. So where am I now? The Hierophant reversed. For some of you, this could be indicating that there's a shift in your commitments. The Hierophant can represent institutions, it can represent traditional things, so loyalty. It can represent institutions like schools, like religions, like the medical industry, for example. But in general, in this reading, how I'm seeing it is that this card is indicating a shift in your commitments. Notice that all the cards in the reading are in reverse. That's not necessarily as black and white as it being a bad reading or that something bad is happening or that it's something negative. It just indicates that there's a different energy or a different meaning to the cards than they are in the upright position. So if we're looking here now at the Queen of Swords being the challenge that you face, how I'm seeing the Queen of Swords in this reading in the reverse position is that there could be a difficulty with communication. It could be that you may not feel that you're able to speak up about something, and that could be affecting your ability to stay loyal or your ability to stay committed to something. The Queen of Swords in reverse could also be another person. It could be you, but it could also be another person here. And I would say that how I would read this, being that this card indicates the challenging position, is that perhaps you're dealing with a person who's not being honest. There could be someone in your environment, most likely a woman, but not necessarily, someone who may be deceiving, someone who's being deliberately deceiving. Someone may be also withholding information that would be helpful to you, and that could also be kind of very challenging. You could also be dealing with someone who's very, their words are very cutting, someone who might be either without their awareness or deliberately are very sharp-tongued and have very cutting communication style, and one that is maybe deliberately designed to be hurtful. So that's your challenge there. Now, resources I can use. This Page of Pentacles in reverse. Excuse me. What I find interesting about this card in this position being that these are the resources you can use. With the Page of Pentacles being here in reverse, how I'm seeing that with regards to the context of it in regard to the rest of the spread is that I feel that this is because you have the Hierophant is about commitment. It's a very earthy energy. The Hierophant can also be it's known as one of the Taurian archetype cards from the Major Arcana. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're dealing with a Taurus, but you have to think about the qualities of a Taurian person. So this person or the situation that you're in right now could be very it could be very like difficult for you, in the sense that there could be some very difficult hard work physically that you have to deal with, but mostly I feel that what you're dealing with here is issues around commitment and loyalty. So with the Page of Pentacles tying in, because it's also an earth element, it has some of that earthy quality that the Taurian archetype has. How I'm seeing this as it represents your resources is that you might be able to find a way through a difficult situation here where things are changing and there is a sort of shifting paradigm. That's how I'm feeling this energy, is that you might do well to support yourself by withdrawing your physical energy or your physical resources from a circumstance or a situation, because that could help you here in maintaining some integrity. I think that could also help you here maintain or preserve some dignity and self-respect, because I feel like what's happening here, because you have these three cards here are all swords cards, I might add. Queen of Swords reversed, Two of Swords reversed, and Eight of Swords reversed. I feel like this Hierophant person is indicating either a person or a circumstance that you're in that is rather challenging. And your resources here as a Page of Pentacles, I feel like the way that you could come away from this seemingly challenging situation is to withdraw your physical energy withdraw your money, if that's a part of the story here. Like if you've invested money in something, you could perhaps restore a sense of balance, or restore a sense of dignity or pride, or a sense of being able to recover from these rather difficult energies here by withdrawing your physical energy, withdrawing your money from the situation, and potentially also withdrawing your loyalty. Because I feel like there's some energy here that could indicate something, like it could feel like a betrayal. It could feel like people have been dishonest with you, or people have been maybe taking advantage of you or using you in some way. And so how I'm seeing this is that your better resources here is, rather than contributing energy, which is what the Page of Pentacles does. He's very enthusiastic. He would contribute his time, his energy, his money, his skills, his resources to a situation. But in the reverse position, in the position of what resources do you have, I would say to maintain or preserve your situation, or to help yourself recover from some changing circumstances here. It's suggested by this Page of Pentacles in reverse that you would do well to withdraw your physical resources from an environment, from a group of people or a person or a situation. Now, hidden forces, Two of Swords in reverse here is very interesting. How I'm seeing that Two of Swords in reverse here is that it could be that you are, again, tying back to this Queen of Swords in reverse as well, it could be that information is being concealed from you, like something is not out in the open, something is being hidden, and it could be a type of situation where you're being lied to, but it's by not by someone telling you something outright. It's rather by what they don't say that is actually sort of what is deceiving, if that makes sense. For some of you, how I'm seeing this is that the hidden force here is actually you choosing not to engage in a communication with someone because it already feels kind of tricksterish. You know, the energy of this reading feels a little tricksterish, I must say. Like, I think if you're maintaining this position of choosing not to engage in a dialogue with people or someone who's been misguiding you or misleading you, or in some way, in any way making you feel some type of way like you shouldn't trust them, then probably you shouldn't trust them. And maybe your action here of withdrawing is really clever, as with this Page of Pentacles, like you withdrawing your resources from them. And it could just be your physical energy as well. Like this person could be just really manipulative and tapping you for your physical energy, not even about money or anything, but just you as an energetic entity, you know. Another way I'm seeing this, because the Two of Swords is the hidden forces at play, again, I do see that it is about, I feel that it's about information being concealed or hidden from you. And that's very much a theme of these eclipses. You know, if you're watching this late June, early July, that is definitely an energy that the eclipses bring. So like overall, the energy of this reading, it does feel kind of complicated. It does feel a little bit like there's some hurt, and there's some energy of people who have been shown themselves to be unable to be trusted, and that of course is going to be something painful to deal with. But what I'm seeing here with this outcome card, so this is the potential outcome, Eight of Crystals in reverse. How I'm seeing this is that you actually become very empowered in the situation because you choose what's right for you. You choose to remove yourself from a situation or from a group of people or an event, or in some way you find freedom or you find empowerment in circumstances that have felt shitty or unreasonable or difficult or painful. You could be dealing with something like betrayal or any type of way that it's possible to be mistrusting of people because of their actions. That's what I'm seeing here in this reading. And I'm seeing you as this in the outcome here with the Eight of Crystals in reverse, and also with this rune. I'll get to this in a second. Feihu is this rune here. I feel like you're able to take what you can from this circumstance and use it for your own personal empowerment. Use it for finding clarity. That's the other thing about this Two of Swords in reverse here. Rather than you allowing a situation to make you feel debilitated or weakened, or to make you feel even crazy or insecure or unsure of your own self, you're turning it into this energy which is very empowering. It's very understanding. It's very wise. The Eight of Swords in this deck is called Synthesis. which to me says that you are using this information or using this experience to actually collect all of the information that you're gathering from your intuition and actually pull it all together in a way that is actually, it's a blend of logic and feeling, and logic and intuition, which is probably one of the better places to be, I would say. And you're allowing it to empower you. So rather than it making you feel like shit because maybe there's been some goings on behind your back or some kind of dishonesty or unfair behavior, I'm seeing you here with these two cards and this rune, withdrawing your energy, withdrawing your resources so that people can't take advantage of you or can't hurt you or can't continue to behave poorly in any way because they simply don't have access to your energy. And as a result, you come away here with a feeling of coming into yourself, coming into your own authority, coming into your strength, your physical strength, emotional strength, also financial strength. I feel there's a financial element in this reading. I feel that you are you're wising up to certain people's behavior who may have actually been using you, and you may not have seen it at first because there was this sense of loyalty, of belonging, of connecting and being a part of something. That's what I'm feeling with the Hierophant. It's not just about loyalty. I feel that there's something to do with some kind of group-oriented thing or an institution or community somehow. There's like a community-oriented thing. And you coming away here feeling empowered because you saw people's behavior for what it really was. You didn't fall for the smoke and mirrors. You saw through the facade. You understood the dishonesty, even though it was very clever and very conceited. You see it for what it is. You use your intuition, even though you may be feeling pain. You act in an intelligent and a timely way to withdraw your energy, withdraw your resources, and you become empowered because you understand that people you've been involved with are not worthy of your presence. And you come away with your self-esteem intact, with your personal effects intact. You understand people for who they are. You see the stupidity, you see the cowardice, you see the disloyalty, you see the dishonesty. And you understand that timing was great and you were able to come away before things got too hairy, before you lost too much. And while there may be some pain there around being betrayed or being lied to or whatever, you see that you've actually been very well protected, and that forces that are at play here that are actually supporting and helping you to see what's really going on, even though there was a lot of shrouded energy or there was a lot of smoke and mirrors or some goings on that were not matching up, like maybe what people were saying and what they were doing, or the energy that you were reading wasn't actually all aligning up. So it did maybe leave you in this state of confusion for a little while, but in the right timing, you understood what you were dealing with and you withdrew your energy and you come away with your self-esteem intact. You may still be dealing with some feelings of either rejection or any of those things that we've already talked about. But you know that you'll heal quite quickly because you have your personal power intact. You are strong, you are intelligent, you see people for who they are, and you're not buying into some kind of trickery that's designed to use you or take advantage of you. You have self-esteem, and now that this situation has happened, you're able to even build on that self-esteem even more because you understand that people can't. There's no room in your energetic field for people to take advantage of you in that way. And so it seems to me that this is a very timely situation where you're able to pull out before things get too carried away and before you lose too much or before anything really bad actually happens. So not the most fun energy to be in, sure, but I feel very confident that you've behaved and correctly and that you've responded to what you experience in a timely way to protect your own energy, to protect your own interests, and to make sure that people don't take advantage of you, that don't disrespect you and don't treat you with disdain and disloyalty any longer. You are empowered in the situation here. So that's it for this reading. I hope you found something useful and helpful in there that gives you clarity and insight on your current situation. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next reading.